Here's Chapter 8 of the Chocolate Lab. Not so buried treasure. Wait, I say to Hannah. Look over here. I pull away the busted paneling and peer into the darkness. It's dusty, musty, and stuffy in there. All three, but mostly that first one. Stop, Mason. It's over. We don't have any chocolate left. I used the last of it on the salty caramel s'mores. But there's a bunch of stuff in here, I say. Old stuff. And it's true. I see an iron skillet, a basket bigger than a sombrero, and a heavy-looking bowl with an even heavier-looking stone stick in it. Deeper in the cramped room, I see something that looks like a metal block and a big metal rolling pin. Hannah looks over my shoulder. What is all that junk? She says. I don't know, I say. Help me pull it out. Hannah clears some space while I creep into the secret room. It's dark, but I can see old floorboards and beams inside the walls. I started handing things out to Hannah. What do you think all this stuff is? She says. Maybe Mr. Perkins at the antique shop would buy it. I poke my head out of the secret room and brush the cobwebs from my eyes. What do you think it's all worth? Not enough to save this place, she says. Most of it looks like it should be in the junkyard. That's what people like about antiques, I say. The crustier the better. I saw an antique show on television once. The crusty stuff is called patina. Hannah shakes the skillet. Crumbly dirt falls from it. Not this crusty, she says, wrinkling her nose. No one wants creepy haunted house stuff. I go back into the secret room and tug on the metal block. It's heavier than it looks, and that's saying a lot because the thing is as big as an anchor. I heave on it, and it budges an inch. Another tug scooches it an inch farther. Finally, I give my mightiest pull. My back strains and my shoulders burn. That's when my grip gives out. I tumble back against the inside of the wall, and my head hits a beam. Dust showers down on my face, and I start to cough. Are you okay? Hannah asks. Coco inches forward and whines a little. Just a little bump, I say. That's what you get then, she says. For what? For not locking Coco's cage while we were working, Hannah says. Mom calls it just desserts. I want to tell her that I did latch the cage. I remember the slider sticking a little as I pushed it closed. I even double-checked that the door was shut tight, then triple-checked. The door jingles. There you are, Grandpa bellows. I saw that Meredith girl charge off like the cavalry horse. I figured I better get down here to see what trouble you two have gotten into. Then he sees the damage. Whoa, is all he says. It wasn't us, Hannah says. It was Coco. Grandpa smiles so big that his caterpillar eyebrows almost kiss. I'll help you get this place cleaned up after dinner, he says. I've got some venison stew over the fire. Venison, I say. Where did you get venison? At the farmer's market, he says. They have the freshest foods and everything is 100% organic. I'm using the same recipe George Washington served during the cold winter at Valley Forge. Isn't venison deer meat? Hannah says. I'm not eating Bambi. Suit yourself, Grandpa says. I'll whip up some more of my mush, Hannah grumbles. Grandpa crouches down and looks in at me. So, Mason, are you building an addition to the house? Coco discovered a secret room, I say. Well, that dog is a regular Christopher Columbus, he says, which makes Hannah giggle. Now bring that fancy book of yours upstairs and get washed up. What book? I asked. The book you're leaning on, Grandpa says. I look down and see a dark red leather cover under my hand. It's caked in haunted house patina and covered with crumbled pieces of wall. I scoop it up and flip it open. It's some sort of old journal book. On the first page, in fancy handwriting, it says, Beatrice Cabot Family Recipes, 1763. I turn the page, then I churn a few more. What is it? Hannah asks, trying to peer over the top of the book. Hannah, I say, I think our problems are solved.